Thank you for a lovely introduction, Laura, and for bringing some joy and levity to this, because I tend to get very intense when I'm talking in front of large groups of people. I want to just say thanks, everyone, for coming out this evening to experience the Immortality Thesis, which is a performance by Crasis, the collaborative duo known as Andy P. Davis and Ann Lukins. And I want to share a little bit about their performance and them and how that fits into the show itself. But I also want to acknowledge just really the incredible work of everyone at Blaffer. Your team is amazing, and you work really hard to make this event and all events happen. So special thanks to Catherine Venman and or Augusta for many hours spent shaping tonight's experience. So the show A Way to Mend explores the healing capacity of art, both for the maker and the viewer, from crises small or large, external or within. The artists in this show are really bound by and share this conviction to kind of use their art practice as a way to heal something within themselves or the world around. And healing and alchemy are really central ideas for Crasis. And I'm paraphrasing their bio a little bit, but the collaborative transdisciplinary duo use writing, sculpture, and video to offer observations about a changing world, drawing from dystopian sci-fi, medieval futurism, and personal mythology. Crasis reconfigures a diverse range of formal systems to bring forth new worlds. Crasis is both serious play and rebellion against the acceleration of ecological twilight. The duo have held residencies at Galveston Artist Residency and Stoveworks Artist Residency, and they have performed and exhibited at venues including A-List Studio in Portugal, Vox Populi Gallery, and Icebox Project Space in Philadelphia, the Orange Show in Houston, which I saw and was amazing, and Yes We Cannibal in Baton Rouge. The topic of tonight's performance lecture is very near and dear to my heart. We will be learning about a part of Forrest Bess's work that he referred to as his medical thesis. In this enigmatic text, Bess outlines what he believes to be a method to achieve immortality. We will be guided by two remarkable presenters, personas of Crasis, Dr. Carl Jung, the pioneering Swiss psychiatrist and founder of analytical psychology, and The Gulf, the great body of water that profoundly influenced Bess's life and work. So without further ado, please welcome Dr. Jung and The Gulf.
Good evening. I am Dr. Courtney. I was just walking along the beach and looking out at the world. Thank you for the beautiful introduction. Thank you to the Glapper Art Museum for having us, and the wonderful Don Besh, and the amazing artists in this show. Tonight we will be talking about one of the artists, the visionary painter Forrest Bess, the creator of this painting. Beth was born in Bay City, Texas in 1980, when she lived until 1977. Today, his work is found in major museum collections, including the Whitney Museum and the Menil collection. Bush used to write letters years ago about his radical theory that the integration of the male and female within one body could produce immortality. He referred to this theory as his medical thesis. A little later in the talk, I will describe the surgical process that he underwent in his quest for immortality. Some may find the contents disturbing. Nonetheless, it was his wish to share broadly in service of humanity. And so I will begin with the quote from the medical thesis, where the rats. It is this side of the body which is not observed, that which is in darkness, that side that God showed to Moses. Apparently, God had a profound influence on Forrest Bess, and so did the golf. Forrest Bess lived on remote islands on the Gulf Coast. And she would come back. And he called his watery environment a lonely, desolate place. Yet it has a ghostly feeling about it, spooky, unreal. But there is something about it that attracts me to it, even though I am afraid of it. Bess worked as a bait fisherman on the water all day, and then painted into the light. Bess painted the inner visions that appeared to him from his unconscious mind after spending all day out at the Gulf. It was actually by studying and decoding these images that he arrived at his medical thesis. So, a young woman asked me before the talk. She said, "Why are you there?" Well, to answer that question, I refer to the list of symbols there specialized that equals male and white equals female. This idea can be traced to the chemical wedding in alchemy, where the red key represents sulfur and the white key represents mercury. They are a binary pair of opposites. He is the sun of the consciousness. She is the moon of the unconscious. She is body. She is fire. She is passive. She is active. She dissolves und he congeals. She obscures und he reveals. He reveals. The calculating combines the red king and the white queen to create the hermaphrodites, the most powerful and significant symbol within alchemy associated with gold, immortality, and the fountain. So if you take whatever that the Red King is some esoteric saying, but this has no bearing on real life, I invite you to observe men taking supplements that ism or that. Really. Then she's a kind of gender affirming care, by the way. It's like, but these same people are always talking red pill. This red pill dad. And saying, I red pilled. And wear these red hats. And talking all the time about this or this. So I thought I could try out being a red king too. Is that a red flag? What if the god, of course, will perform tonight as the white bee? So, over the course of the talk, the god and I will join in the alchemical festival to perform the chemical wedding in 3 parts. 1, dissolution, in which the binary parts break down. Then, integration, in which these opposites begin to come together. And finally, conjuration, in which they emerge as the integrated whole. So, let's start now this dissolution, because sometimes the first part of the solution is dissolution. That was dissolution.
So, before we continue, I want to see
How much do people here already know about the medical thesis? So I want you to make a spectrum and put your hand down here if on the floor if you know nothing about it, and raise your hand up high if you're like, this thesis is my entire life, or maybe go like subverted little. Yeah, I see someone who's like pretty high. And some is also pretty hard. What's this people whose hands I can't see? Okay, so it seems that some people look like kind of a lot. So, okay. So, Besh essentially attempted an adaptation of the chemical bedding within his own body by creating a sub-incision in the base of his parts. When the opening was made, he wrote, "The unconscious coded in beauty. I had found entrance to the world within myself." This sub-incision created what Besh referred to as a pseudo-hermaphroditic state. The word hermaphrodite derives from the Greek myth of the joining of Crasis and Aphrodite to create a deity who is both male and female. The word is not used today, but it is the word that Besh used, and the word or the alchemical symbols. And in this iconic painting by Forrest Bess titled "The Hermaphrodite," we can see again the brush. You see wires together, connecting back to the alchemical hermaphrodite, the ultimate enigma. Behind this symbol, we see another shape that seems to echo the outlines of the alchemical vessel. Visit alchemy, the alchemical vessel serves as an analog for the womb as a site of containment and transformation. But if we look at this source image of Bessis from Gray's Anatomy, we can also see a resonance between the alchemical vessel and the site of his anatomical intervention. I also associate the medical thesis with the four works. Within Ash's lexicon of symbols, this snake represents the fabs. Good. This symbol of words, we see opposite sides coming together to create a symbol of eat or renewal, which brings us to our second demonstration, integration. In which the red king and the white queen join in the alchemical vessel. that was integration. So, Bess originally promoted his medical thesis to Archduke, the President of the United States, and myself. Here we see a passage from his notes where he writes, "My question, time and time again, to Dr. Humerbe, is this Körper the door to the Trundam passion?" He has never answered the question. Well, Forrest Bess, I will try to answer you today. I may not answer in the binary way, yes or no. But there is just one point I want to make extremely clear, that we should not dismiss the thesis at all. When I tell people about this thesis, they say, oh, that would be so painful, and that would never work. Did Forrest Bess achieve immortality? Well, his work is still found at major museums and is shown in premier venues. What do you think? But even more than that, Bess believed, was really convinced, that he had the agency to disrupt the binary systems in which he was placed. He had no formal medical training, but his surgeries were on the cutting edge of medicine at the time. He troubled the binary between male and female, between conscious and unconscious, between human and environment, between doctor and patient, and between amateur and expert. And this is so profound, it's because when binary systems are polarized, they become more extreme. And we see not only an increase in suffering, but also an increase in the chance that the whole experiment will explode. And that is what we are seeing right now. I want to see who here is concerned for their survival. I see a lot of hands. Okay. Who here is concerned for the survival of others who you care about? More confidence, the hands on more confidence. Who here is concerned for our collective survival? That's like, not everyone, someone is not concerned. Okay, so, but that was a lot of hacks. So we are going to now do a simple, not dangerous ritual based on the medical thesis. So if you received a treasure from the Gulf, then you have been chosen to participate. But if you really don't want to do it, then you can kick it to someone else who is really on please stand up. So we will take the snake together. And lay it down. Yeah. Okay, once we will stand, where are the other people? Thank you. There's be one more person. I think I know who it is. Okay, for someone, one more person, please stand up. So, we'll come over here, thank you. So, yeah, this head of the snake represents the White Queen. and the tail represents the red king. So we will join, when I say, we will join the head and the tail together to make a circle, and every circle is a whole, which always connects back to the whole of the medical thesis, where we see that the white queen and the red king are two sides of the same snake. So pick it up together now. Stay with brain signals too. Yeah. It's now being returned and given back very slowly in a circle. Every hole is a circle, every circle is a hole. Everybody sing. Everybody is a circle. Every circle is a hole. Every hole is a circle. Every circle is a hole. Every hole is a circle. Every circle is a hole. Every hole is a circle. Every circle is a hole. Every hole is a circle. Every circle is a hole. Every hole is a circle. Every circle is a hole. Thank you. Because that is the snake of place and see. It's super nice. Yes. Thank you for asking. Just like that. Thank you. You may go back to your chance. Thank you. Please give yourselves a round of applause. I'm hoping I have made it super clear. I am not saying that we all need to interpret the thesis, the medical thesis, literally, but Forrest Bess attempted to offer a path towards individual immortality, but he has done something much more than that. And that is to offer a model to disrupt binary systems, so that this may not be the old age of humanity, but our youth. And this brings us to our last and final demonstration, congelation, in which at last the red king and the white queen join together in one integrated whole, the hermaphrodite, the immortality thesis.
Let's dance in style, let's dance for a while. Heaven can wait, we're only watching the skies. Hoping for the best, but expecting the worst. Are you gonna drop the bomb or not? Let us die young or let us live forever. We don't have the power, but we never say never. Sitting in a sandpit, life is a short trip. The music's for the sad man. Can you imagine when this race is won? Turn our golden faces into the sun. Praising our leaders, we're getting in tune. The music's played by the madman. Forever young, I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever, never, forever young. I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever young. she's good.